This next one is from the Evening Star, Washington, D.C., Wednesday, August 12, 1959, titled, What's a Sasquatch? Queen, Philip learned. Kamloops, British Columbia, August 12th, Nana. The strangest story Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip heard during their Canadian tour was the tale of a mysterious Sasquatch, hairy giants who inhabited the mountains of British Columbia. The royal family couple heard the story one night while vacationing near here at the remote mountain lake outside their fishing lodge. The occasional howl of a timber wolf or an owl's hooting disturbed the wild silence over the countryside, which Indians believe is the roaming ground of North America's cousin of the Tibetan abominable snowman. The Queen and Prince Philip heard how reports of these giants and their 16-inch footprints have kept reoccurring for 75 years. Several living white men and a number of Indians swear they have seen the monsters. Plaster casts have been made of great footprints. There are many people in the British Columbia mountains who are not convinced the legend has its origins solely in vivid imagination, pranksters' activities, or the hallucinations of superstitious Indian women in encounters with murdering bears. A composite picture of the Sasquatch emerges from reports of the creatures at places as widely settled as the Olympic Peninsula in the state of Washington, remote mountains of Vancouver Island, the Rockies near Jasper, Peaks Tower above British Columbia's Fraser Canyon, and a desolate riverbank at the Bluff Creek in Humboldt County, California. The Sasquatch is some 8 foot tall, with fierce eyes and long black hair on its head, and covered with short, light brown fur, the reports state. A railroad train crew provided the first reports of a Sasquatch. Their story was published July 4th, 1884, in the British Colonist, a newspaper in Victoria, British Columbia. Most curious of all Sasquatch stories comes from Albert Otzman, an ex-logger of Fort Langley, BC, British Columbia. He has sworn in an affidavit that he was kidnapped 35 years ago, about 120 miles north of Vancouver, by a Sasquatch who tried to mate his beastly daughter to the white man. Mr. Otzman has been stiffly cross-examined by magistrate lawyers and newspapermen. Never has he let slip any serious contradictions or flaws in his version. Indians in Harrison Lake region have turned in most reports on and stories of Sasquatch activities. These include the alleged abduction of a pretty 17-year-old Indian girl, Seraphine Long, by an enormous Sasquatch. She reappeared, lived to a ripe old age, and until a few years ago was still telling her hair-raising stories of her experience.